about y'all, but God has been promising me a lot of things, and it is so hard. Like, it's so hard to wait because as humans, we're so used to having things now. And then when God says, oh, it's happening now, and then you look around and you're like, well, what do you mean it's happening now? So I'm telling you, the past couple of days, like, I really have been going through it because when they tell you that the devil can attack your mind, he will, especially when it's about that time when you're about to step into your calling. That's when he really starts getting reckless. So for me, I just started to get defeated because I'm like, I'm looking around at my surroundings and I'm like, well, Lord, nothing changed, you know? So yesterday I just got so frustrated with God. Like I told God, you know what, Lord, I feel weary. It's like I'm trying to keep moving forward. I'm listening to these prophets. I'm listening to what you're telling me, but it's like it's so discouraging when you keep getting reminded of these promises, but your situation don't change. So I just told God, like, Lord, show me something. Show me a sign. So I got on YouTube, and God, one of the ways he speaks to me is through YouTube. So if he wants to communicate something to me, he would aggressively put a video in my feed. So when I got on YouTube, the very first video I seen was from Steven Furtick. And on the thumbnail, it said, God is not done with you yet. So in that video, God gave me the story of Peter. And you know the story how, Peter walked on water. And then as soon as he got fearful, he drowned. So God explained it to me like this. When God gives you a word, you're supposed to focus on God and you're supposed to focus on the promise. You're supposed to dive deep into his word. You're supposed to listen to worship music, praise God, focus on him. Because the minute you don't focus on him and you turn around and you look around at your surroundings, that's when you're going to sink. And that's the same thing that happened with Peter. You see, when Peter got out the water, Jesus told him to focus on him. So when he got out the water, he focused on him. But the minute he took his eyes off of Jesus and he started to look around and saw the wind, he got scared and he started to sink. And that's why whenever God gives you a promise, it's so important to focus on God, because it's the enemy is going to really try to like convince you it ain't happening, or it's never going to happen, or God blah blah blah. And we know it's God's word never comes back void. We know that God is truth. So when God's promised you something is going to happen, but when God gives you a promise, please focus on his promise, focus on God, dive deep into the word, be around people who are encouraging. Don't be around people who are going to just speak death into you and your situation, or who is going to like judge you. But dive so hard in his word and focus on God. Don't pay attention to the storm around you. Focus. So that's just what I wanted to say. If you are dealing with promises this season, focus on God, focus on his word. It's very crucial for you to do that, because it's going to help you to move forward, and it's going to help you to push into his promise. So I thank you, and I'll speak to you another time. Bye.